But I have the other ones available in there.
Wait.
But
What? So, Luke, what are you drinking today? Coca-Cola.
Morning on the way to the gym and set my ukulele on top of the car and then drove off down the road.
Going to be the bow after that. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Look at that.
Yo! I learned my lesson from last time. What a welcome, thank you. I drink the most fruity drinks imaginable.
It's laundry day.
it's laundry day.
So you always wear hats with laundry day?
Here, did you a favor, James? I just say, believe it.
So how did you two meet?
Well, there's these places in San Francisco. I think they're called bathhouses.
It's like one of those things where everyone wants to focus on like the big events that happen, but day to day, what we're doing is we're on like one of our draw streams, smoking weed, making comics. It's chill. It's so much fun, and like
Man, it's I'm not a YouTuber. I do this because I want to sell comic books. Oh, there you are. There you are, guys. Woo! Wow. Welcome, guys. It is Sunday. This means another episode of A Drink with Brink, where I talk with other indie creators about their hopes and their dreams and their lives, but also their books and their campaigns and their creations. Because, frankly, guys, I'm kind of bored with the mainstream. And indie is where the passion is, guys. All right. I hope your weekend is nice and your Sunday is nice and all of that, and you're having fun and you have your drinks ready for today's show. My weekend has been a little bit relaxed. I have done work. I've been writing, right? Just before the show, I received a new inked page from Safeguard, which is like we're working hard to get that book done, getting closer and closer to the finish line, guys. So we can go to print this month, right? This month it has to be printed and shipped out to all you wonderful people who backed our campaign. Thank you all so much. Right. And I'm showcasing some artwork here and there from projects. I talked about a new project today with someone, so things are moving, are going on. Really, some things I can't talk about, which I want to talk about it, but I can't. So, but yes, all in good time. All right, let's see. I thought that I saw Mike in the chat with us. Welcome, Mike. Hurrah, Dave, my favorite indie label and creator. Wow, should be obvious. Happy August. Drink up. Thank you so much. Happy August to you. So apparently that's what we do. There's a new month. We wish each other a happy month. Happy August to you, Mike. Thank you so much for being here, guys. The link to today's so what we're going to talk about today are several things, and they're all linked in a Linktree. You can find it in the chat, so there or below this video, wherever you're watching from, because we are broadcasting on multiple platforms right now. So go find it underneath your video. All right, guys, it is time for the guest. So let's do this. Let's bring him up. It's a brand new guest, never been on the show before, which is awesome. So I can introduce you to new people and new people to you. So let's do this. Let's bring him on. May I have a very warm welcome for the guest of the hour, Mr. Matt S. Law.
Thank you. Good to be here. Good afternoon.
Welcome, Matt.
Yeah, I didn't realize you had a whole studio audience there.
Yep, a lot of people watching right now. So, welcome, sir, says Mike. There you go. All right, Matt, before we talk about anything else,
right.
I need to start us off with the first official question.
Okay.
Is, what are you drinking?
It's a zero sugar A&W. I just cracked it open and I realized that A&W root beer. Yeah.
Oh, it's beer.
I realized it's probably not a good choice because it might make me belch through the rest of this segment.
Okay, well, if it happens, we know the cause, right? So, hey, Pops is here. Welcome, Pops. Madness Entertainment Group. It's thanks to Pops right here that we can broadcast on multiple channels. Thank you, Pops. Guys, share out this stream. Let's get some more people in. Let's because we want to find out who is Matt, right? Wait, I have a banner made to kick us off. There we go. Episode 236. All right, there we go. All right. Matt, how are you today?
I'm doing great. Yeah. Just excited to be here. Hopefully I'll be interesting. I'll share some stories maybe. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, cool. Before we talk about like your products, right? So can you tell us a little bit what you do? What is it what you produce?
Well, I have 3 webcomics that are ongoing. One's 2 of them are weekly, and the other one is it's an infinite scrolling webtoon format. So I do 1 panel a day of that. So I have something new coming out every day, pretty much. I'm also working on a novel, fantasy novel. Previously, I have a few books published already, but they are not anything that particularly of interest, I think, to comic fans. They're more in the self-help genre. I did a lot of work as a business developer before I started my current career path. So I did a lot of reading. Most of my reading was like self-help books and stuff. So I just decided, I can probably do something in that field. So
you can do that, right? Okay, so you wrote like self-help books because at some point that was part of your like life, your world, your interest.
Yeah.
And then you like changed careers?
Yeah. Well, I grew up in Hawaii, so I'm wearing my Aloha shirt to represent my heritage from back there. About 8 or 9 years ago now, I started working as a full-time traveling pet sitter.
Wow.
So I got rid of just about everything I own and moved to the mainland here. And I've been traveling all over the country and beyond, just taking care of people's homes and their pets while they're on vacation. So I've been, in the last 8 years or so, I've been back and forth across the United States twice.
Wow.
So yeah, I spent about a full year in Florida.
What?
This time last year, I was actually in pet sitting in Scotland for 3 weeks. So that's the furthest I've gone, and that was really fortunate. It was kind of a lot of work because I try to schedule 4 cat sits back to back in Scotland, another country, you know, and
Right.
and if one
Holy.
canceled in the middle, then
Yes. Wow. So first off, how did that happen? So why did you decide to do that? Because it essentially means you don't have your own place. You're always dependent on like work to
right, exactly.
right.
How did I get into that? I met a girl.
Oh,
Yeah,
does
so
it?
that's how it all started.
Right.
Yeah, that explains it all, right?
Yes. Done.
So,
Okay,
we met in Hawaii and we started traveling together and pet sitting together, and we ended up splitting up, I guess, a couple of years ago. But I'm still doing pet sitting, and we're still friends. So we actually, our businesses overlap sometimes, you know. So we will share sits sometimes, and just recently she had car trouble, so I had to actually was going to switch taking one of her sits, and she was going to take this one that I'm at now just for the first couple days. So, I mean, it's an interesting lifestyle, you know, permanent nomad or vagabond or sojourner.
So apparently this is what I learned today, right? Apparently there are like people who take care of pets all over the world. You can just call them and they travel to your country, but it's such a small like industry that you also know each other, right? Other like your former partner, you still meet up. There's overlap, right?
Yeah, I think after COVID, because we started this just a little bit before COVID, I think, and then after COVID, I think a lot of people adopted pets, and a lot of people who maybe used to be pet sitters, they have their own pets now, so became moved from the supply side to the demand side, and because after COVID, there was actually just a lot more work for us, especially up in the Bay Area of California. I'm not sure why, but so. But yeah, so it's been good. So I don't have to be homeless that often.
Wow. Mike says, seems a cushy enough way to go visit Scotland.
Yeah, and we actually, the two of us, my ex and I did that sit together. But we were fortunate. It was 4 sits back to back. They were all cat sits. So we actually only needed a hotel for 1 day of the entire trip there. So yeah, and it's cats, so you know you can go visit the cities and explore and stuff and not feel too bad. I mean, if it's a dog, they're like, I want to come. Cats are like, whatever, see ya.
Holy shit. Welcome, Grey Wolf Graphics. Welcome. Yeah, so do you work through a agency, or do people directly contact you to
A little bit of both. I've got a Rover account, so people can find me that way. We were sharing a Rover account originally, so you know my ex, she gets a lot more of the business through that. And then the house I'm in right now, actually, this has been a repeat job. I've been here 6 or 7 times, so it's almost like I mean, the cats know me here. I know my way around the town. I'm right now in Laguna Niguel, California, if anybody's familiar with that.
Okay. Holy wow. That's a fascinating lifestyle, man.
Yeah.
That is so so what are the downsides to you to living like the life you live?
Well, at this point in life, I think the chances of me meeting somebody and settling down might be a little bit iffy, just constantly moving cities. And if I meet a woman, explain to her, yeah, I'm homeless, and
right, yeah. So what happens when you don't have? I assume it sometimes happens that you're without a job. Sometimes, right? What do you do?
Just my last job from before this, I was up in Napa, California, and I had about a 1-week gap. So I live in my van.
Okay.
And I have a Planet Fitness membership, so I can. There's locations everywhere, so I can go. I can shower and use their massage chairs. And
Wow.
it's interesting is while I'm homeless, I tend to live a lot healthier because depending on,
Okay.
I'll find a place to park, and I have a twin size bed in my van. And usually, if it's a residential street, I'll try to get up at like 6 in the morning so that I can be gone before people start heading to work or school. And so I'll go to the gym. And I think, well, I'm in the gym. I could just use the shower and leave, but since I'm here, I might as well work out. So,
Wow.
so while I'm homeless, I'll usually work out almost every day. And I'm also, I get a lot more work done because then, depending on what the weather's like outside, I'll be either in a Panera or a public library, and just to use their Wi-Fi, make sure my devices are charged. And I'll get a lot of drawing or writing done while I'm in the library or in Panera. So,
All right. Holy shit. Yeah.
I see my niece in Virginia just joined the chat.
Oh, Daniela, welcome. Yeah, that's great. That's great. Yeah, it's all. Yeah, I reckon you are away from family also a lot.
I
Right?
am, but my family's also kind of scattered all over.
Okay.
I still have 2 brothers, and my father still live in Hawaii. My mom is in Washington State, and then I've got a sister, and my nieces are in Virginia. Am I missing anyone? Mom, dad, siblings?
Wow.
Yeah, that's everyone.
Holy, yeah, wow. Grey Wolf, I'd love to have a small travel van hooked up with Starlink and set up my sketch artist gig at craft shows and reenactments. Yeah, right. So you basically have a lot of like free time, like
Yeah.
because you're there, right? So you have your own laptop, and that's how you make your comics.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm working on a
Yes.
Surface Pro right now, and it's funny because if I look at the first webcomics that I uploaded, because Kickman started, I think, 16, 17 years ago,
Oh, wow.
that was on a laptop, and I have a BA in art from the University of Hawaii, so I've always been drawing in some form. But my first comics, I did switching to electronic format. That was a big challenge for me. My first few comics, I inked with a mouse, on a laptop.
Oh, yeah.
That was a nightmare.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Mike says living a free life and making literally artistic
Literary.
entertainment. Oh, literally. Yes. Sounds admirable in its own way, Matt.
Yeah, thanks.
There you
Do
go.
my best. I really need to work more on my novel instead of.
Yeah. What kind of novel are you working on right now?
It's a fantasy novel. I have not got a lot into it. Maybe a 6th done, and I've been working on it for years. So I just.
Yeah. But it takes
Yeah.
time, novels, and you
Yeah.
have comics to make. You have a lot to do, right?
Yeah.
So,
And
but
I
it's
don't know, I
fantasy.
think, it is fantasy. Yeah. I think comics, though, publishing at the rate of 1 page a week, it's like you see more of an immediate reward, at least there, as opposed to
Yeah. Right.
grinding for 2 years straight before you have a physical actual copy in your hand.
Sure. Yeah. So you're very creative. You're constantly coming up with stories, ideas, right? So, and this is your chosen outlet. So you write and you like do webcomics, right? Did you ever want to do like comics in different formats? Maybe like publish them?
I would,
whatever?
I would love to. I don't know much of that end of the business, so just the last chapter of Kickman, I finally switched the format to be the same size as a comic book page. Before that, all the early ones, it was a 3:4 ratio horizontal layout. Way back in the day when webcomics were kind of brand new, DC launched a platform. I can't even remember the name of it. I think it just died. But that was like going to be the standard format for a webcomic. It was the 3:4 ratio because that's the size of people's computer monitors.
Yeah.
And so that's how I started doing that. So the old Kickman pages kind of look like two Garfield comics stacked on top of each other. I mean, that's
if that platform died, it's no wonder, because it doesn't function like most comics are made in this particular format. So you have to like translate that to the screen somehow, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And so the last chapter of Kickman that I did, I finally switched to a full page size, so I can actually play around with formatting more, make it look like a traditional comic in case I ever decide maybe I'll go to print with this issue. But again, I don't really know how to do that.
Yes.
And I don't think I have enough of a follower or a fan base to crowdsource it out to, I don't know. We'll see.
Well, you never know. If it's really something you like to explore, there are like people who might help you with that, right? It's like putting the book together. So there are ways, Hey, Crenshaw, welcome, sir. Hello, and welcome, Buzz. Welcome. Nice to see you guys. We are talking today with Matt S. Law. So you do writing, you make your web comics, right? So might as well bring it up because you have a lot going on. So we have a lot to browse through. You have Kickman, right? So you have several role titles. You have Kickman.
Yeah.
You have Jaguar, right? And you have the real Superheroines of Hive Valley.
That's right.
What shall we start with?
Let's start with Kickman, just because that's the oldest one. That's
cool.
How I first got into this. Kickman originally technically began back in 1989. That's how long ago I created the character. There we go. Yeah. So that's the page that just started today. It updates on Sundays.
It's a brand new page.
Yeah.
Fresh page. That's great. So you do this? Did you do this in one day? No, you didn't, right?
No. I have done Kickman pages in a day, but this one, well, it's 9 panels. That would take far too long.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Right.
And I found that it just tends to look better if I might do the pencil and ink on one day and then let it sit for a day, go back, look at the colors, and then add the words in. Also, I don't script anything out ahead of time. It's kind of all in my head. So, that's another, that's just a thing with my brain. I don't know.
Sure. So basically, essentially, you write while you draw.
Well, I kind of know how it's going to go. And this particular page, there's been a big reveal. This guy that you're looking at with that busted up helmet, he somehow, through some weird chain of events, he's this doofus with no powers that ended up being the ruler of Villain City in my campaign universe. And he's just explaining what happened. The one time he previously appeared in this comic was, I want to say literally like 12 years ago in a Kickman episode. And I kept dropping tiny little hints all along the way. And I award points to my readers. They can accumulate kick points in order to purchase rewards. So I said, if anybody can figure out the identity of this guy, and I was impressed. One of my readers, he did about 2 years ago, and it wasn't just a random guess either. He provided receipts from all the little clues that I left, and just
wow.
So yeah, all right, 100 kick points to Rackety Tam. Good job.
Yeah, so it sounds like you have a dedicated audience. Like you said, you don't have this large audience, but the readers apparently are very invested, right?
I like to think so. I also think that I think I have a really smart audience too. I seem to have a lot of mathematicians and physicists, and which is exactly what you want when you're dealing with superhero physics, right? I mean,
right. Do you
Yeah.
do you notice you have different like audiences for your different comics? Or is it
I
basically the
think
same?
I think I have a lot of overlap. Yeah, it's I see
Mhm.
the same names pop up in every title.
Right.
Originally, I thought, just keep these separate, and maybe 10 years down the line, somebody will discover that this character from Java Jaguar is the same as this character in Kickman, and
Oh, it's also connected somehow. These
very
individual.
vaguely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Right.
yeah. But yeah, the original Kickman was I just wrote it as a spoof. This was back in the late '80s. The internet was barely around, and the character Kickman is based on my best friend in high school, and we went
Mm.
to different colleges. And at that time, email was kind of barely a thing, and really at the time, only university campuses were connected via email. And I'm not really a tech guy, so I was not into that. So we actually exchanged letters. He went to college in Idaho. I was in Arizona. So one day I wrote him a letter, and just on a piece of lined folder paper with 3 holes in it, I just drew the first page of a Kickman comic ever. And anytime I wrote him a letter, I would send him a new page. And so that was
Cool.
how it got started originally. It was years and years later that I'm going to make this a webcomic. Those
Yeah.
original paper pages, those are not canon. So
Okay, no one will ever see those, right?
Yeah.
It starts here officially, right?
yeah.
Crenshaw says Kickman is a fun name, very manga sequentials.
One thing I realized about the name, and this is after I'd been doing the series for about 10 years already, Kickman, the character, had a super fan who was in a superhero prison. She was a villainess, and she was like totally in love with Kickman. It was the whole thing. So I just did I think for a fan art page, just a picture of her in prison with like a Kickman poster on the wall. And she had the name Kickman just spelled out on the side of her cell. And she had it spelled out using like blue painter's tape. Now, the thing I realized is that, if you're making a C with tape, the easy way to do it is making it a less than sign, just 2 pieces of tape. Then when I looked at Kickman, I looked at, because the I and the C, if you cram them together, it looks like another K. And you look at it, it looks like KKK man all of a sudden, like, oh my God, he's a white guy. And oh no, what have I done?
Oh,
So hopefully nobody picked up on that.
yeah. Well, sometimes these things can happen, and then you readjust, right? So who is this guy? The guy with the red outfit.
That's my Superman homage, and that is Superior Man, and who, he kind of became a rival with Kickman. They had a Rochambeau contest that. You're familiar with that term? I got it from the first season of South Park. No?
Oh no, I don't think so.
Challenge somebody to a Rochambeau. What that is okay, first I kick you in the nuts, and then you kick me in the nuts, and we keep going until one of us gives. And Kickman, with his superpowers, just unloads, kicks him, literally impacts him into the moon, and as he flies back, just says, I give up. And that's how they became, not the greatest of friends, and
Rivals, yeah. Okay, great. Oh, you have some YouTube material also.
Oh, that's just every time I post a comic, I just started doing this a while ago. I just I make a time lapse of it just because Clip Studio Paint allows me to. So I just make a 15-second time lapse, but then at the very end, I just take the final page of the comic. I just load it up into an AI from image to video. Oh yeah.
Sorry for the sound.
Get to the That is the official Kickman theme song also.
Oh, cool. Oh yeah, you can see there. Cool, man.
Yeah.
Great.
And,
it's always
then
fun
there's
to
a
see.
little bit of animation at the end. I usually just put the final page into AI and don't give it any instructions and let it make a little 5-second fun thing at the end. So.
All right. Cool. Yeah, you have the chapters here. So this is like, you have cover art. Let's check that out.
Yeah,
So
this is way back in the old days.
That's well, you have to start somewhere. That's always cool to see, right? So, so it's here on chapter. So this is the first part of the the series.
Yeah. So the tagline for the comic is that they're like C-list heroes struggling to survive in the dog-eat-dog capitalist world of superheroics.
Okay.
So in this world, being a superhero, it's there's a business model. That's why it's a Kickman LLC. But that banner has changed in the past based on the storyline. For a while, it had the hero formerly known as Kickman because he lost his rights to that name temporarily. It keeps changing.
Right. And this is something that can go on forever, or is there some sort of overarching story you want to tell that eventually ends? What's the plan?
I've been putting some thought into that. I think I could end the series in about 3 more chapters, but I could just make it into an ongoing thing forever if I feel like it. I was considering eventually ending Kickman and then switching Java Jaguar actually to a daily comic, just because that one requires a lot less work.
Oh, really?
Because all
right,
Java Jaguar, we can transition into that. It's it's basically just a 3-panel strip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's basically like a Garfield, and I say it's based on a true story, which is about a talking jaguar cub found in a coffee shop. Back when I was in Hawaii, I worked about 10 years as a barista. One of the jobs I had was when Java Jaguar was created. Now, I was working in a small little locally owned coffee shop. Somebody just left in the cafe one day this little stuffed animal, a cat with spots. So I just decided arbitrarily it's a jaguar, but it could have been anything, right? I threw him in our lost and found. And then the next day I was like, well, if somebody who lost this jaguar, if they don't know where they lost the jaguar, it's sitting in a shelf in a drawer somewhere, they're not going to know. So I put him on the counter and I made a little cartoon bubble for him. And I just had it stuck up there next to the pastry case that says, I'm lost, please adopt me. And after about a week, nothing happens. Another week goes by. So I decided, okay, well, if this guy's going to sit on our counter, I might as well put him to work. And I would switch his little cartoon speech bubble every day, or every week rather. And I wish I had kept all these little cartoon word bubbles that I had made for him, because sometimes he would recommend products. Sometimes he was just sassy. He would say stuff like, Atkins, Schmatkins, eat a scone, and he had his own personality. I made a MySpace page, because this was a long time ago, for Java Jaguar, and within days, he had more friends than I did. It was crazy. People would drive from all over the island of Oahu to come visit Java Jaguar in this cafe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So the coffee store owner, they were happy with it, right? You brought in new customers. Yeah.
I did. Oh, great. Yeah. If you actually click on the About Java link there, you can see I have a photo of Java being held by the former mayor of Honolulu. Yeah, scroll down. That's the original Java Jaguar. That's right there on the bottom is Mufi Hanneman. He was the mayor of Honolulu for a time.
Okay.
Our coffee shop was just at some event. We were there selling smoothies or something, and he was at the event. So I said, and I brought Java with me. So I was like, guys, I got to get a picture of the mayor holding our mascot. Come on. So there it is.
Great.
Yeah.
Holy shit. And no one ever came to claim it. Like,
he did not, but the coffee shop changed owners. The couple that owned it sold it to a new couple, and there were some renovations, and Java Jaguar was lost. I ended
Oh,
up
no.
getting a replacement stuffed animal Jaguar, and I searched for so long to find one that looked like that. It's not exactly the same, but it's close enough.
No, it's never
And
the
sometimes,
same.
you know, I'll go hiking and take photos with him, and put them on Twitter and stuff. So,
Oh, cool. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's great how these things start, right? That's fantastic. Feed the kitty. That's like, right.
I'm
So,
making sure that link is still active. I'm not great at maintaining my sites.
sure.
Java Jaguar does have a book. I just compiled like his first like 230 strips. So it looks like about the size of a Garfield book. So that's the cover art right there.
Cool. So you mean book as in like printed book? No.
It's available. Yeah, it's available on Amazon.
Oh, it is?
And
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
so that one's actually only available in print for whatever reason, because again, not the most technical guy. I tried to upload it to make it into an ebook format, but for whatever reason, just every time I upload a PDF, it just scrambles the location of the images compared to the text. Because
Oh,
I
no.
have, you know, a comic strip, and then I'll have, you know, just a bunch of words under it talking about, you know, some of the history of that strip, maybe sometimes. And so there's a bunch of, I guess, value add extras in the book, but
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, next. Can people see more?
yeah.
Previous, right? Because this was the last
that's
one.
recent. Yeah, this is why this one takes the least amount of work, because a lot of times I'll just copy the artwork and change the faces on them from strip to strip.
Right.
And,
What's
and right now he's
what's the guy's name? Is he also a recurring character?
Just recently, actually. He was just the guy who was driving a scone delivery truck to the store. Jabba just kind of broke into the back of his van, and next thing you know, the van was flying out into space. So
Right.
I think literally it was the strip before this where he finally tells Jabba his name. But yeah, he's a new guy who
Oh, yeah,
joined
it's Greg.
Jabba on his
Yeah.
yeah. And this is actually Java's second space adventure. He's had a pretty wild time. The strip originally started, you know, just him being a sassy Jaguar in the comic shop, not comic shop, the coffee shop. And then weirder and weirder things start happening. You know, he doesn't know who his parents are. He was just left in a basket on the doorstep there.
Yeah.
And then I think it was strip number 3 where he talks for the first time. Yeah, so that one's a collectible. It's Java's first words.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. And it just happens, you know, something happens, and that's like this. This is what I like, you know, how concepts start basically.
The character just takes on a life of its own, and
man.
it just it gets away from you. I had a recurring character in Kickman who I literally just had was supposed to be a throwaway character first, and
Yes.
this is like chapter 8 or something, where they were interviewing people to be their intern for their superhero company, and I had a bunch of guest spots from other people in webcomics, and I just introduced a character named Blush, whose entire superpower is she can detect embarrassment. Yeah. And I came up with the idea for this character. Okay, she can he can detect embarrassment. Somebody, I actually just asked my audience, hey, I need a name for this character. And somebody said, hey, if it's a female character, name her Blush. And I just liked that name so much. I made her a recurring character. And so, and actually I killed her off at the end of the last chapter. And I don't think a lot of my base has forgiven me for that.
Right. Wait, you're talking about the real Superheroines of Hive Valley right now?
Oh no, that was still back in Kickman.
Back in Kickman.
Let's move on to real superheroines.
Okay. By
so
the way,
one,
this is you said this is easier to make, right? Because I can see this is basically the same image. You kind of have to redraw sometimes when they're saying something, but mostly it's copy paste and new text, right?
Right, most of the time. But
yes.
I mean, he's fought vampires and aliens and stuff. So sometimes every time he leaves the coffee shop, it's a lot more work for me. So it's like,
Oh, yeah,
maybe
yeah.
just hang out for a few more weeks. Just
Hey, Apex Comics, welcome. Hey, Dave, Java, Jaguar, Buzz, once was cool. Welcome, Houston, Texas, Dave. Welcome. Nice to see you. Right, let's jump over to the real Superheroines of Hive Valley.
Yeah.
This page is structured a little bit differently. I think I have to click here.
Yeah,
See if
all
I
the
can
individual
find-
chapters are in
We have the
order.
pilot episode right here. It's the first
Yeah,
episode.
right. So this introduces all the characters. I really just started this whole series for fun. So I make a teeny bit of money from different places, a Patreon account, and then I've got, you can see, shout out to Burger Bar for advertising on my site there. And the place I actually got most of my income from as a comic artist was on the Hive blockchain, which I'm pretty sure most people here have never heard of. But it's a social network that was created on a blockchain, and they've got their own tokens called Hive, and you can transfer those tokens on exchanges. So I actually just joined this thing as a social network, and I just started posting comics, and posted all my old comics first, all my stockpile of Java and Kickman. And then when I got up to current, I could only, publish one thing a week. So I kind of just launched this as a way to have a new drawing to do on all the other days of the week where I don't have another comic. So if you introduce the other characters, some of them, a lot of them actually, I think people might recognize because they're all public domain characters. I just changed their appearance to make them more modern. Miss Victory, I believe she's been in the FemForce series,
Yes.
AC Comics, and then
I talked to one of the people who worked on FemForce also.
Yeah.
I forgot the name. Sorry, sir. But yeah.
And this one I was only publishing on Hive, and then I finally, I better throw together a third site so that I can actually compile all these so that they're all in one place. And that's how I ended up with this. And
cool.
Yeah, I totally changed the style of the comic. I went with a way that I could generate them a lot more quickly. So if you scroll down, it's a lot messier. So the ink is basically just I used a brush in Clip Studio called a 4-effect brush that it's almost like making Nike swooshes. So all the ink are just plain black lines, and the rest I just use the auto color feature, which makes a kind of a messy layer of color, and then I just use the spray paint or airbrush tools for the rest of it, just so I could kind of make these as quickly as possible. And I think this is actually my most popular comic now. Now, it's hard to tell how much traffic I get on this site because of the way I did it. What you're looking at now is I'm not even using the comic features in I'm not sure I pronounced the theme, too cheeky. But that's just one post, and I just put all the images in there. So like the last chapter was 104 panels, but if somebody reads it from beginning to end, I think that counts as one view. So
you actually, the experience. So you have like 3 comics right now with different experiences, right? Different choices of how you want people to like consume like the story, right?
Different ratings as well. Kickman's kind of a solid PG. Java Jaguar is more G. This is more PG-13. I do bleep out the naughty words, and I do have censored bars because there's occasional fan service nudity.
Okay. Yeah.
We have Phantom Lady, another public domain character. DC Comics has her in current series, I believe. She was in Uncle Sam and the Freedom Fighters. I'm not sure if that's current, but looks totally different. That's closer to her original public domain costume. They revamped it. I mean,
All
mine's
right.
not wearing that much, but I think that's actually more clothing than the original public domain version. I think I lengthened that skirt about 6 inches.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's I have a Miss
Explanation of who
Fury.
she is. Yes. Oh, Miss Fury. Oh,
Yeah,
look at
that's
that.
the
Oh, there we
good
go.
shot.
Miss Fury.
Yeah, so Dynamite Comics, I know, has a Miss Fury title.
Mhm.
I changed her costume around a little bit.
Yeah, I like it.
Looks a little bit more Wakandan in nature.
Oh, yeah. 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 Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Now, I think the one character I have in this series that I could potentially get in trouble for is Mary Marvel,
Oh.
who is technically a public domain character, but DC
Mhm.
does tend to be pretty litigious.
Right. Yes.
Phantoma, who actually is arguably, I don't know, I've seen different things between her and Miss Fury about which of them is actually the very first superheroine in comics. And
Oh, really?
I think Miss Fury's original appearance is before Phantoma's, but that was in, I want to say like a newspaper comic, not a comic book. So Phantoma's the very first superheroine that appears in comics, actually.
Mm.
And it's weird because she's almost like a horror character. I mean, she's got this blue skull face,
Yeah.
and she just wanders around barefoot in a little black dress in the plains of Africa, as
Right.
killing poachers and whatnot. I mean,
Yeah, some of these concepts are so odd, you know, from these public domain characters.
yeah. So she's the spooky one, and there's the
Oh, yeah. All right. Oh, yeah,
Sheena,
Sheena.
Queen of the Jungle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also a familiar character.
Yeah, I mean, she's had a movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Is that right? No, I'm thinking of Red Sonja. But she's had a movie.
Right. Yeah. So you kind of took all these characters, you redesigned them, and you put them together.
Right.
Moon
Moon
this
Girl.
team. Moon Girl. Yeah.
That's my Wonder Woman analog, who actually predates Wonder Woman. Although I think they might have both had invisible jets. I think.
Oh, really? She had one also.
I think she had a moon plane. Maybe it wasn't invisible. I'm not sure. Most of these are sold. I've never read any of the original content. I've just.
All right.
Yeah.
Interesting, man. So what are your favorites? Do you have particular characters you like the most?
Every once in a while I'll do a poll to see who the most popular character is, and I'll try to balance them out.
Right.
I like Phantom Lady. I think Mary Marvel's been the most popular every time. So I don't actively try to make her unlikable, but I try to push the other characters.
All right. Yeah.
Now, the pilot basically is just them introducing, and then it's just the day-to-day lives, and
Cool.
there's arguments, and there's the main.
You
girl
get some
stuff going on.
commentary from people, from readers. That's fun, right?
Yeah. And
That's great.
since I publish part of the scroll at a time, the comment section sometimes doesn't make sense because they're commenting on something at the beginning, and but yeah.
Right. Now we get chapter 2, right?
Yeah, so it's just a interaction between Phantom Lady and Miss Fury,
Sure.
enjoying wine in the middle of the day.
Right. And drawing this, and meanwhile, like you're surrounded by cats you have to take care of, and
Yep.
right, yeah, that's the life, man. Great.
I think,
So how do you come up with storylines? Is it just like easy to you? You have these characters, you're like, yeah, it makes sense that this happens and this happens, and or do you sometimes need to figure things out, like what I'm going to do now?
with this particular one, I don't script anything out ahead of time. I just come up with kind of the basic idea. So, no, like chapter 5, I started it. I just thought, and I had the title "Pool Party." It's like, okay, that'll get some views because now they're on swimsuits.
Sure.
But I had no idea how that chapter was going to end, actually. And so just as I was going, about 5 panels into it, they were talking about Bloody Marys. And because, of course, superheroines drink in the middle of the day. And that's when I thought, okay, I know exactly what's going to happen in this chapter. The third time somebody says Bloody Mary appears and attacks from behind one of the. Now that's a urban legend. Bloody Mary is some evil figure, and if you say Bloody Mary in a mirror 3 times, and she will appear and attack you.
Yeah. Oh, we have a villain right here.
Technically, he's a superhero. That is the Black Terror, and I know that somebody else is using him.
Yes,
as a public domain. He's in the public domain. Actually, every character I've introduced in here has been a public domain character. I think except one that was from an old project that I worked on. But
wow, it says crack here. Is he actually breaking a leg or something?
He's actually breaking. If you can see the cracks, it's the camera drone. He's breaking the lens just because.
Oh, right, yeah, okay.
Yeah. All these yellow text boxes are actually it's the production crew talking like on their headphones as they're filming.
And one of them is called Dave.
Yeah, that's our cameraman who was there from the beginning, but he was piloting a Skycam. So it's not battle rated. So you can see he's trying to get away from the action, and then they're going to switch the feed later to a battle cam, which has shields. And then, so you can see it's almost like somebody came up with the idea for the show, didn't realize the expense and logistics involved in filming superheroines who can destroy the mansion at any minute. So you can just see as the Skycam is dying and it's out of control, filming some bridge. You can just kind of see the battle cam drone dropping in. That looks kind of like Iron Man's Hulkbuster armor falling from orbit.
Oh, right, yeah.
And then boom, hey, now we've got clear footage again as Black Terror is beating up Moon Girl.
Holy shit, that's pretty violent.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. All right. Oh, cool. Some action. Right. Yeah, great. Cool stuff, man. So people can follow all of this through your several sites. So, but you have a link tree, guys. There's a link tree from Matt. It's below this video. It's also in the chat, so you can find all these links here. Add more, because you also have a YouTube channel, right? And some other things.
That's from my acting days, because I don't have a diverse enough portfolio. So I was actor for a while. I think the most famous thing I was ever in, and this was just as a background extra, was Jurassic Park Lost World, way back in the day. But this is from a YouTube series that I did called Morgan's Corner, the series.
One sec, Matt.
That's
Matt.
Oh, you're not going to it, are you?
You said you were in Jurassic Park Lost World?
Jurassic World, yeah, the first one.
Jurassic
Chris Pratt.
Yeah, sorry, Jurassic World. Right. Wow. That's interesting. Like like an extra, or what was?
Yeah, I was just a background extra.
Sure.
You have to slow down. I can see myself for a split second in that movie, but
cool, man. Well, the experience, that's fun, right?
It is fun. I did some work on Hawaii Five-0, and then I did some theater production with a company called Theatricus. I want to give my producer Brett a shout out if he's watching. But he did big theater productions starting in New York, and then after that in Los Angeles. And I met him after he moved to Hawaii. The very first production that I did with this company, it was a live 3-hour show. It was totally interactive, improvisational fantasy show called Beneath the Dragon's Wing, where you're in character for the full 3 hours and interacting with the audience, and you're kind of that was a fun experience. And then years later, he put together this YouTube series. And, yeah, we had a lot of fun. It's a horror series, and I play an ex-priest who's kind of a broken man. He took part in this exorcism that failed miserably and hospitalized himself. And the series picks up 8 years after that when he returns to Hawaii. So yeah, that's my like my acting reel there. And,
Wow.
yeah,
You
it's
lead
not
a
currently-
interesting life, Matt.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like a lot of creative endeavors, and you know, your life, like what you do. It's fascinating, sir.
Yeah. I don't know what to pick up next. I was thinking I'd really like to try stand-up comedy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then who knows, politics maybe.
Politics, yeah. Cool, man. Yeah, really cool. All right, guys, go check it out. Go support Matt. So people can also donate something. Can they like what's your what would you is that so people I see here you have this donate button so people can help you like with
I do,
with this,
yeah.
right?
I do have a Patreon account, and I added the PayPal button just because one of my fans actually just said he does not like Patreon.
Okay, yeah.
For whatever reason, and so
Yeah.
he just asked, if I had a PayPal account, and so shout out to Vaynen because I put the PayPal link there. He actually just he sent me a sizable chunk of cash. Actually, it was very generous just because he's a big fan of. That might have been. Actually, I'm not sure if Real Superheroines had actually started yet. He's just a Kickman Java fan.
Oh wow. Cool. Yeah, great. Sounds great. Oh, Mr. D Man, welcome. Welcome. Nice to see you. Right. Yeah, really cool, man. It's keep up the good work. I would say it's like you're having fun, right? So really nice. Thank you for showing it to us, sir.
Yeah, well, you're welcome. Thanks for having me on. Yes.
Yeah, you're very, very welcome. It was, it is. This might be. I don't often like cover like web comics for some reason. So it's really cool to see this. Yeah. Kickman sounds cool. Says. Kickman sounds cool. Says Mr. D Man. Yeah. Thanks, Matt. Says Apex. All right. Guys, I don't have a campaign going on, so I don't have a campaign for myself. Campaign is closed. Well, you can still back like Safeguard Pandemonium, like we have late pledges going on. So if you like to still grab yourself a copy of the latest book that we are finishing right now, you can find the link below and go there. I also have my own web store. I'd like to share that for a moment because I don't do that a lot, but we have Jammer Comics web store, right? So almost everything from our catalog you can find here. Usually books that go through crowdfunding. It takes 1 year for crowdfunded books to get on the web store because I want backers to always have first the books first, right? So and then it takes a little while. So it's when you back something, you'll be 1 year before everyone else. Basically, that's the concept, right? So the issue 5 right now of Perfect 10 you can get through the web store. Issue 6 not yet. Well, issue 6 is now out for a few months, but in a few months, you will also be able to get issue 6. So we have like comic books, art books. We also have digitals. So people ask me for that. I finally figured out a few months ago how to do it, how to implement it. So and actually, it's pretty successful. So people like purchasing these digital comics. I don't yet have all the comics as digital editions, but I'm working on it, right? So if you're missing anything, feel free to email me, to send me messages, right? I will try to get it on there as soon as possible. So we have several comics right here. Some of these are already in the second printing. First printing are completely sold out. So if you have one of the first printings, you're lucky, right? So go. Yeah, these are sold out. These are sold out. So yeah, it's this one is also that's crazy. All right, guys. So yeah, we also have originals. Like, let me see, original arts. All products. Oh, let me see it. Homepage, and then we have. Oh, so Paul Rodriguez, the artist that I work with, he worked on a Perfect 10. He did like the Flying Dutchman with me, and he did like American Bliss, and he's also selling original pages, and you can get them through the website, right? So you can check it out here. All right, let me share this for a moment with you guys, this link. It's also below, by the way, so you can find it there also. Paste. I need to talk about my own web store more. I hardly do this. All right, stop sharing. Stop sharing. All right, let's see if I missed anything. Oh, the Perfection Collection is shipping. Safeguard is coming. Graphic is coming. Yes, you should have your books soon, Mike, or received it. Or I think like the last wave. So the books were shipped in 3 waves. The last wave has gone out. So everyone should have the books right about now. So hopefully soon, right? Dave, without anything to shield, there's always something to shield. All right, Matt, thank you so much for being my guest for today, sir.
Hey, thank you.
Good luck with your endeavors and
Adventures.
Yeah, adventures, your travels, and your job, and you know what. So, good luck, sir.
All right. Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, and special thanks to the chat, to everyone who showed up to watch us today. Thank you so much for being here with us, for the interaction, for the comments. Thank you, and for the like. So if you like this conversation, give it a like. If you didn't like the conversation, give it a dislike, and I'm sorry about that. Oh, good show, says Apex. Well, thank you so much. Thank you, sir. I'll be back like next Friday. I'll be doing one extra show of A Drink with Brink, because there are so many like creators and campaigns, and so sometimes I try to squeeze in this extra show. So Friday is an extra show, and then Sunday there's the regular one. So I hope to see you guys then. Have a fantastic week, and see you later. Bye, guys.
Bye.